So good afternoon and welcome to the final block of the second and final day of competition of the IBSA Judo Grand Prix of Tbilisi 2024. We've had a really good day and we are going to start right away with the medal matches for the under 57 kilogram J1 category for women. And the bronze medal matches are taking place at the same time on mat number 1 and 2. So if you want to watch the other mat, you are able to do that by clicking on the right YouTube channel. And we're going to have the final of this weight category on mat number 2, so that's just on one mat. And after the 57 kilogram, we will have the J1 under 90 kilogram category. After that, we have the first medal ceremony, and then we're going to move up the weight categories and ceremonies from there. So on mat number 1, we're gonna see the contest between Ulyun Amrieva of Uzbekistan in white judo gi and Liana Mutia of the United States of America in blue. And the stakes are actually really high for Amrieva because she's now just out of direct qualification for the Paralympic Games, and if she would win this contest, she might move up a spot and it will be just enough for direct qualification. So she definitely wants to win this one. And obviously that's easier said than done because her opponent is Liana Mutia, who's the current bronze medalist of the last World Championships. And she is really a strong contender, just lost out to former world champion Dundu Yesilyurt. So it's gonna be difficult for Amrieva, but she might surprise herself with a bronze medal here. First Seonage attempt from Mutia. She's so strong with that, and I really like the drive that she gives and keeps pushing forward. Even if the first attempt was not the best, she follows up with the osaikumi, and if she manages to hold on to that for another 10 seconds, she will get a win. And actually the same is happening on mat number 2, where Havrisiuk just beat her opponent for the bronze medal. So quick finishes of the bronze medal matches. And it's Mutia who just picked up a bronze medal. So Amrieva just missing out on that direct qualification spot. But had a really good effort today, good tournament. And there are some extra spots available, but you cannot really count on those. And we're not sure yet how they will be divided.
So, bronze medalist representing United States, Liana Mutia, and representing Ukraine, Angela Havrisiuk.
So an interesting final coming up. It's the same final as we saw in the last World Games in Birmingham, or the World Championships. And in white judogi you will see the current world champion, and in blue judogi you will see the former world champion. So it's gonna be a really rough battle, and I'm really excited for this one. Shi Jije of People's Republic of China in white judogi, and it's Dondu Yesilyurt of Turkey in blue. So she didn't compete in the last, let's see about that, but she is not competing everywhere. She did compete in Antalya and beat Yesilyurt over there. So I think on the last few occasions she beat the Turkish opponent. So let's see if Yasuryurt already found an answer. She was looking really strong today in her battle against, for example, against Mutia. Ooh, that's not looking good for Yasuryurt. But you can see Yasuryurt is a really strong athlete. So she managed to get out of that one. So the 57 today was a really strong category. I think all the top 8 of the world ranking were present today. And you could see this outcome on the Paralympic Games. We don't know that yet for sure. But these two are finishing on top at many occasions. They're the number 1 and 2 of the world. And the Chinese women team, they all have the same strategy, just they keep going like crazy. They are piling up the attacks and making it really difficult for their opponents to come up with their own attacks. So it's really hard to get them under control. So the attacks, sometimes they're effective, but in many occasions they're not throwing their opponent, they're just piling those attacks. So Yasuryurt is trying to do a Shimawaza, trying to strangle her opponent, and it's not looking so bad. But again, the Chinese is working on the arm of Yasuryurt. So it's always a really tight contest between these two. Another Seonage, but again, Yasuryurt trying to get underneath the chin of Shi, and I think it might be happening that it's really under. And you see that she's really desperately trying to get out, and just managing to not tap out with that Shimawaza of Yasuryurt. Oh, that's beautifully done, and it's the same outcome after the third or fourth encounter they have, and you see the disappointment on Yasuryurt's face. She doesn't figure out a way to win yet. So she does it once again. She picks up a gold medal here today. So really well done, and she will be the number 1 ranked for the Paralympic Games later this year, but they will be split up. So the number 1 and 2 will be on the other side of the contest sheet, so outside of the draw. And with that said, we're gonna focus on the under 90 kilogram category. And we're gonna stick with this mat because the mat number mat number 1 has a contest that is not gonna go through. So on mat number 1 we had Barzan Arstambekov and Musa Golami, but he won't be able to fight today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting first award ceremony. J2 women's under 70 kilo.
We're actually gonna go to the first awarding ceremony, and that's because these women already had a go in the afternoon because it was a round robin there. And it's a really interesting outcome actually if you look at this. So you can see, just look at the podium, but I think it was not that clear that one would finish up on top. Actually, the first 3 women all will have one winning match, or 2 actually. So on 3rd place, bronze is Kazusa Ogawa, and other bronze is for Kanim Husainova, who actually beat the gold medalist today. Silver medal today is for Alana Maldonado of Brazil. Gold medal today is for Wang Yue of People's Republic of China.
The flowers are presented by the IBSA Judo referee director, Mr. Shoshida Kenichi.
So referees flowers are presented here by Kenichi Shoichida, who is the referee director for IBSA. So now the national anthem of China.
Now we're starting next weight category.
So as I said, now we can continue with the under 90 kilogram category for J1 athletes. And
referee from Belgium, Miss Heather Montiers. And now, please welcome judokas.
we're gonna have a battle here between Turgun Abdiev of Uzbekistan, he's in white judo gear, and Yusuf Rajai of Algeria in blue. I think Rajai is quite a surprise for today.
2023 world champion representing Islamic Republic of Iran, Musa Bonomi. 32 white judo gi, 2022 Antalya Grand Prix bronze medalist representing Uzbekistan, Turgun Akbiev. Blue judo gi representing Algeria, Yusuf Rajai.
So Rajai is completely unseeded here today and already fighting for a bronze medal. And then there is Abdiev, who is currently outside of a position to qualify, but he was quite close to it, so he is doing a really good job for himself today by picking up a 5th or 3rd place. So a first attempt coming from Abdiev, right-sided. And another really good action, but this time from Rajai. Really nicely done, and he puts the first Wazari on the board. So I'm not sure if Rajai now took his head underneath to escape the pressure of Abdiev. That would mean a penalty. But clearly Abdiev is putting on some pressure. Oh, and another really good attempt from Raja. He's so explosive. So as long as Rajai keeps control of that right arm of Abdiev, I think he can manage to hold on to that lead. Oh, and that was grabbing the leg there. In some instances, obviously they cannot tell where is the arm or the leg. So the referees are really more flexible with penalties in that case. She's gonna give the Shido here to Rajai because he was really grabbing the leg to try to score. That is a good grip for Abdiev there, but good response again from Rajai. And this time a better attempt from Abdiev. So it's still Rajai in the lead. He does have a penalty on the board. It was already a mate called. It was nice to see Abdiev going both directions. I thought he was quite strongly one-sided, but he could change to the other side. That was nice to see. And again, right-sided Seonage. So a good attempt again from Rajai, but then almost taken over by Abdiev. Continuing in Newaza, but again already a mate called. Ooh, and again a right-sided attempt. This time it's another Wazari score for Rajai. And he really came out of nowhere. We saw him in Paralympic Judo really a long time ago in a completely different weight category. But today he popped up and he is picking up a bronze medal. So I think he's one of the big surprises of today. Youssef Rajai of Algeria, picking up a bronze medal and stealing away a chance of Abdiev to have a direct classification for the Paralympic Games. So a very frustrating loss for him. And he has to wait until much later this year to find out if he can still compete in the Paralympic Games.
Final contest for men's under 19 category J1. Výsledky finálu šampionátu světa z ostatního rozměru kategorii Vaša choice. Referee from Azerbaijan, Mr. Rasim Umbayev. And now as we welcome to the judo class, World Judo World Championships silver and bronze medalist representing Brazil, Arthur Alcade da Silva.
So one of the ones to beat today and in many occasions here in white judogi, Arthur Cavalcante da Silva of Brazil. He won the Grand Prix of Heidelberg and in Baku. He's a Para-American champion and he got a silver medal at the World Championships. And he will be facing here Daniel Powell of Great Britain, who's also doing very well since coming back from a small injury. So picking up 2 silver medals and a bronze. First good attempt coming from Cavalcante. So we have one top athlete missing here today, Oleg Kretzel. He's the number 2 for the Paralympic ranking and decided to miss out on this one. But besides that, I think everybody was present here today. Nice right-sided attempt from Pau. It looks like he's almost doesn't have enough confidence yet. He's a little bit scared of going in completely. So you could see him with a really nice movement, but then when he felt resistance going to the ground. Sacrifice technique from Powell. Just not really breaking the balance of Cavalcante, but it gives him some time to work in Newaza. So nice Newaza work from Powell, not being able to score, but good efforts for coming from him. It's another Yoko Tumonage coming from Powell. So he's piling up the attacks. And you see Cavalcante is really not interested to engage in that Newaza work. He knows Powell is dangerous on the ground. So he's doing a smart thing and keeping far away from that. So first penalty now for passivity for Cavalcante. It's another attempt coming from Powell, but really losing the grip too quickly. Another Yoko Tumonage coming from Powell. He does it from quite a static position, so he should try to get first some reaction from Cavalcante, maybe make one movement before that. But on the other hand, it's another movement in from Powell, so he's fighting quite a tactical contest here. First attempt coming from Cavalcante, but also a really good response from Powell. So it's a really good fight to see, although there's not so much big attacks or almost scores happening. There's a lot happening. Ooh, now Powell came in for a low seonage, and it gives Cavalcante a good chance on the ground. Ooh, nice left-sided Uchimata from Cavalcante. That really was great to see. And it took him more than 2 minutes to really come up with a technique, but once he did, he scored with the left-sided Uchimata. So he has such great scoring ability. It's actually pretty amazing because Cavalcante, oh, that was a good attempt from Powell. He's such a strong contender. He's winning almost all the Grand Prix he's entering, but and the Pan American Games. But if you look at the World Championships, he got second this year or last year, and the one before that he also didn't win a gold medal. while he might be the one to beat on every occasion. So I think he's really looking for a big title, and he might be able to do that later this year. Again, Yoko Tomanage from Powell, but just not enough strength in that technique. And it actually gives Cavalcante just some time to work in Newaza and burn some time off the clock. Cavalcante, you can see he is really trying to find an entrance for that left-sided Uchimata. Powell obviously knows about it. Ooh, and he's trying to come up with some attack here, but it was really the wrong timing, and he's bringing himself into a little bit more trouble here. Cavalcante trying to control Powell. And he's so close to being in a hold down. Great escape here from Powell. So good work on the ground from Artur Silva or Artur Cavalcante, but in the end, good escape from Powell. He still has 35 seconds left on the clock to see if he can come back from his being a Wazari behind. So Powell still has 30 seconds or 25, but time is really ticking away. And I don't think those low sacrifice techniques are the answer here. He really needs to come up with something else. So just one more chance for a good attack, but this is, I think, what is more smart to do, but he just doesn't have the good kumikata yet, the grip. And Cavalcante is such a strong athlete. He's keeping Powell at a distance. He's just being very clever with his tactics. And well done by Artur Cavalcante da Silva. Just the Wazari score was enough for him to take a win. It was not an easy fight for him at all. I think Daniel Powell did a great job. And you could see in the end that he might have something more to offer in the contest between him and Cavalcante. But it's the first gold medal for Brazil here this weekend. And it's another one to add to the collection of Cavalcante da Silva, because he won so many Grand Prix already. And he is definitely searching for that gold medal in Paris this year.
Gold medal goes to Prix Tbilisi, then followed from Prix Tbilisi.
So we're gonna get ready for the medal ceremony for women under 57 J1.
Awarding ceremony. J1 women's under
Where
57
the People's
category.
Republic of China picked up
Dla
the
judowców
third gold medal already this weekend.
złota stażonego brązowa kategoria. The medals will be presented by the IBSA Judo referee director, Mr.
So the medals today will be awarded by Mr. Henk Plugge, who is the referee director. And first medal today, bronze medal, is for Angela Havrisyuk of Ukraine. And also bronze medal for Liana Muccia of United States of America. Silver medal goes to Dunlu Yesulyurt of Turkey. And the gold medal is for the People's Republic of China, Shi Jie of in the 57 kilogram category. So flowers here are presented by Chakashi Enike, who is IT specialist for IBSA. And now we get ready for the national anthem of People's Republic of China.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and be ready for the national anthem of the Republic of China. Thank you. Now it's time for film photos. Once again, congratulations to all the medalists. Gold medalist in September representing the People's Republic of China, Shi Jie. There's the first starting next weight category.
So we're gonna get ready for the next weight category in line, which is the J1 under 70 kilogram category for women, with an exciting final weighting between the number 1 and 2 of the world. But before we come to that, we still have 2 bronze medal contests when we're going to feature the one on mat number 2. And in white judoki here is Nadia Agostina Boggiano of Argentina. And in blue judoki, Nicolina Pernheim Goodrich of Sweden. And Boggiano is taking up the last spot on the ranking, and I don't think that's gonna change on this after this tournament. And for Pernheim being out for a really long time, having a baby, she didn't collect enough points for the qualification, but she's gonna have herself in a better position to maybe get one of the extra spots. Here she's taking over Boggiano, and she definitely belongs at the Paralympics, being very good with her judo. And she won her first two contests within a few seconds before losing out to one of the top favorites today, Brenda Souza de Freitas, who was looking very strong today. And it's a movement from Boggiano this time. So Pernheim already has the Wasari on the board with the takeover. So it would be really special if she comes back after having a baby, being out for a long time, and then come back to the World Tour and picking up a bronze medal. So a right-sided Makikomi attempt from Pernheim, and she's so good with trying to keep pushing through. So there's a lot of drive in her actions, but it's not easy to throw over Boggiano. So Boggiano picked up a silver medal in the last Grand Prix in Antalya, and I think that was a really important tournament for her to secure her spot. So the referee supervises on the side, so they have a care system. They are checking every action and making sure that if the referee in the middle misses something, which is of course possible, then they will check it again. And in this case, they saw that Boggiano was grabbing the leg of Pernheim. And she was given a penalty for that. So left side, and unfortunately for Pernheim, going over completely. Boggiano took a great takeover, and she really secured her spot now. And actually, I think she's gonna move up the ranking a little bit with this points. So great work for Boggiano, and actually a great comeback from Nicolina Pernheim, just not enough for a medal today. And with that said, we're gonna take a quick look on mat number 1, because the contest here is still going on between Turuna Lagaichev of Mongolia and Theodora Pascalidou of Greece, the number 3 and 4 seed, so they're quite evenly matched. So Pascalidou is leading with one Wasari on the board, and still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Now almost throwing over Lagaichev. But Lagaichev is now trying to strangle Pascalidou. And I'm just not sure how much leverage she has. It's always quite hard to see. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. It's just a Wazari lead for Pascalidou. Now trying to come in with a technique, but you can see the placement of her right leg is just not in a good position. So that needs to be much lower to be able to score. And it's a right-sided Makikomi attempt for Lagaitjav, and now she's scoring a Wazari score. Well, I would assume it was a Wazari score. It's not on the board yet. And trying to get rid of that foot, but I think the strength of Pascalidou is not gonna let her do that. Although she's getting closer. I'm not sure why there's not a Wazari on the board. For me, it was quite clearly a score from Lagaitjav, but maybe something happened that there is no score. I'm not sure what's happening. So 55 seconds left on the clock. Pascalidou now coming up with a Makikomi. And in a really second attempt, throwing her over, now securing a hold down. She can manage to hold down for 10 seconds. It's gonna be a Nippon score. So it is Pascal Ledoux who will pick up a bronze medal here. So another bronze medal for Pascal Ledoux. She's really getting better in this weight category. It's nice to see her picking up medals. It's a second medal for her this year. And now I think the final we've been waiting for. In the under 70 kilo J1 athletes. In white judo gi, Brenda Souza de Freitas of Brazil, who is the number 1 seed here today, and in blue judo gi, Liu Li of People's Republic of China. And Liu Li being the current world champion, but also she's not beaten in the Grand Prix of Turkey, Azerbaijan and Germany, so she has a really big favorite role here. And then you have Souza de Freitas, who's I think almost at every Grand Prix she is winning a medal. And she's looking so strong today. Here again, right away into it with some action. So both they are really, really active athletes. So you will get an explosive final. And these two, they have met before. And there's going to be a Wazari on the board for Souza de Freitas for that first attempt. So a really good start for her. And for me, Liu Li is looking a little bit off with her shoulder throws, but she's following up so many of those, so she's piling up pressure on her opponents. And although it's not coming so easy today, she is beating all of her opponents. So again, good work from Liu. Really pushing the pace here. And the thing is that Souza, every time she's getting off balance, and that's why she is in trouble against Liu. So if she would be able to keep standing, it would give some more trouble to Liu and maybe give her some Shidos. Another left-sided attempt, but going straight to the ground. I think when she felt the technique of Liu, but again here she's in trouble. So Liu is so strong on the ground. And now holding down Sousa de Freitas. First she came up with a shimewaza and then managed to get the hold down. So I think in standing tachiwaza, Sousa de Freitas might be the better athlete, but Liu is just a little bit more complete and also very good in newaza. So it's another loss for Sousa de Freitas against Liu. I think she did a really great job. Started off so strongly, but she has to figure something out against those shimiwaza movements from Liu. She's so strong in newaza. So interesting turnout. I think Liu is really securing her top spot, and she will be the absolute favorite for the title later this year, for the Paralympic title. And then there are some others in the mix, like Brenda Sousa de Freitas, who can give a tough time to Liu. So we have the medal ceremony for men under 90 kilogram J1. So the medals will be presented by Giuseppe Madaloni, who is the referee supervisor here. Bronze medals today are for Youssef Rajai of Algeria and for Barizan Arstambekov of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Daniel Powell of Great Britain. Gold medalist today, Arthur Cavalcante da Silva of Brazil. Flowers here presented by Ms. Nusa Lampe. And now the national anthem of Brazil.
Now it's time for 10 minutes photos. Congratulations, all the medalists. Gold medals representing Brazil, Arthur Cavalcante da Silva. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're starting next weight category. J1, men's for 90 kilo. Bronzos medalist Zimmerman categoria JFT. Let me referee from the Netherlands, Mr. John Zamakesh. Let me referee from New Zealand, Mr. Craig Bartlett. And now, please welcome to the judokas. All players are on single steps. Tatami 1, Tatami empty, Ketri judoki, Rami Krzyczyce, start. Rudy 2022, bronze medalist representing France, Gisli Kandri. Tatami 2, white jersey, 2022, Salvador Grand Prix bronze medalist representing Algeria, Abdelrahman Chedouane. Blue judoki 2023, Baku Grand Prix bronze medalist representing Kazakhstan, Yerlan Kudekov.
So on mat number 2, Jason Grandry just won his bronze medal match. But here in this match between Abderrahmane Chedouane of Algeria and Yerlan Utepov of Kazakhstan, still anything can happen with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock. So I think Shitwan has had a really good tournament so far, because last couple of occasions he was not in the medal fights. So being here, being able to fight for a bronze medal is already a good result for him. So it's always quite tough contest between Shitwan, because he's looking sometimes a little bit defensive. So you can see his arms are both stretched out, and it's hard to get close to him. This time a good attempt coming from Utepov. Just maybe not enough for a Zari score, but I think it was the best attempt so far. So Shitwan on 1 penalty, and just escaping that Zari score there. So referee's asking for Shitwan to tidy up his gi. And it's the responsibility of the athletes to keep their gi tidied up, and they do have a chance before the referee asks it to really do that and make sure everything is correct. And if the referee would have to ask it a few times, or 2 times actually, it will lead to a penalty. Again, that strong right hand of Utepov is so tall, and if he can get close to the body of his opponents, he's so dangerous with those makikomis. But Shitwan is not letting him do that. Right-sided Seonage attempt from Utepov, but I think taken over, maybe for a score, but it wouldn't matter if Shitwan manages to hold on to this Osaikami. He just is putting Utepov in, and if he manages to hold on for 20 seconds, although it doesn't look very tight, or even 10 seconds, he would have a score. But Utepov managed to get out of that with 7 or 8 seconds on the clock. So no score for Shitwan here. So still no scores on the board. Just the 2 penalties for Shitwan. So in case Shitwan makes any small mistake and that will lead to a penalty, he will lose out the contest. So there is a benefit for Utepov here. Oh, nice. Not sure if I was going for Ouchigari or Uchimata, but getting really close to a score here against Shitwan. So Utepov came in with a nice Ouchigari. Not sure if they're gonna check that. For me, it was really close to a score. It was a score. So for me, Shituan has really a defensive posture with his arms completely stretched out. So honestly, if this continues like this, for me, Shituan would deserve a third penalty, which will be an unfortunate ending of the competition because I know, he can really fight well. Oh, and incredible, as I say it happens. So Utepov really came out on top and pushed Shetuan, but it was a perfect timing for Shetuan to come in with that technique. Really nicely done. And he picks up a third place and moves himself up the ladder. The problem is that he didn't pick up so many points in the last year, but it's a really reaffirming bronze medal for him. Great work.
So the bronze medalist in this category representing France, Gis Gentry, representing Algeria, Abderrahman Chetouane.
So Abderrahmane Chetouane of Algeria picks up a bronze medal. And we have a gold medal contest left between Williams de Araujo and Ion Basok, who are really the top two of this category today. So they're not only the number 1 and 2 seed, but I also expected them to be in the final. And I think Williams Araujo is really, really the one to beat. He wasn't beaten at all in the last, for the sure the last year. I think he might have been beaten in the Grand Prix.
Referee from Czechia, Miss Anna Shafarikova.
But that's already a while ago.
And third round of the judo class. In weight category, 2 times world champion.
So in white judoki here, Williams Araujo of Brazil. And he is the top favorite here, and he's facing Ion Basok of Moldova. So Basok needed some time to get adjusted, I think, to this weight category, because his first year he was struggling a lot more, and then somehow he found his way and he got really great results, like a bronze medal in the World Championships. He won the Grand Prix of Tokyo, and he picked a lot more medals. Wow, that is really amazing. And I think it happened so quickly that maybe not everybody's realizing how big this is. They might do a recheck of that actually, but otherwise it would be a really big shocker for Williams Araujo. I was just speaking that he wasn't defeated for the last year, definitely. So he won the Grand Prix of Antalya, Heidelberg. He won the Pan American Games, he won the Grand Prix of Baku, he won the World Championships. And Basok just collected some more silver and bronze medals, let's say. But he is the best one here today. And that's a really big shock, and I'm really excited for later this year during the Paralympic Games what this might mean. But you don't see that happen very often. So Ion Basok is improving every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting next award ceremony. J1 category wins
So we have the awarding ceremony for women under 70 kilogram J1. So medals here are presented by Shinisha Ver, who is an IT specialist for the AGU and IBSA. Bronze medalist today, Nadia Agostina Boggiano of Argentina. And Theodora Pascalidou of Greece. Silver medal is for Brenda Souza de Freitas of Brazil. Gold medal today is for Liu Li of People's Republic of China. And flowers are presented by Sogedi Sandra, who is AGU IBSA media expert. Now the national anthem of People's Republic of China. So we're gonna watch the medal contest of the women over 70 kilogram J1. And we're gonna watch mat number 2. Of course, you are able to watch the other mat if you click on the other YouTube channel. And on the mat now in white judogi, Feruza Ergasheva of Uzbekistan. And in blue judogi, number 1 seed today, Nazan Akingunes of Turkey. And Akingunes has some great results, and she's a silver medalist for the last World Championships. And Erga Sheva was just missing out on some medals this year. Picked up 5th places at both the Grand Prix. And she's going to have a hard time against the number 1 seed to try to pick up her first bronze medal this year. So Akingunes right away wants to get that right-sided Makikomi, and it was a slow movement, but throwing over Erga Sheva and now trying to hold on to Saikami. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough for 10 seconds, but apparently the top half, if we look at from this angle, it looks like she's on her stomach, but her top half and her neck is controlled completely by Akingunes. So quick work for her, and she's picking up yet another medal, and it's sad for Erga Sheva. She is qualified for the Paralympic Games, so she has another shot, but must be frustrating to pick up 5th places at each occasion. So we're going to take a look at mat number 1 to see what's going on with the other bronze medal contest between Danitza Jocelyn Sanabria Alcala of Venezuela, and she's just trying to throw over Cristela Garcia of United States of America. So I think Garcia is one of the other ones that is improving each competition, and she's really doing well. But they are, I think, quite equally matched up here. They are the number 3 and 4 seed. And a right-sided Makikomi attempt, but that was not really going anywhere. So good defense of Garcia. So right-sided Sönhage this time, but I think she was almost in trouble there, because Sanabria tried to make use of that movement, trying to strangle Garcia, but not succeeding. So today, yesterday you could see a lot of scores in the final block, and sometimes the one was clearly better than the other, but today there's really evenly matched athletes in the last medal contest, which is really great to see. So it's Garcia now picking up a Shido for not taking a good grip. So at Paralympic Judo you need to have a 2-handed grip, and before the Ajime you need to have one on the lapel and one on the sleeve. But right from the get-go you can change that grip as long as you hold on with 2 hands. So Garcia on 2 penalties now, and that's a long way to go with 2 penalties because you cannot really afford any mistake. So it's gonna be rough for her to pick a bronze medal. Now trying to take Sanabria backwards, but not succeeding. So Garcia is taking her time to tidy up her gi. Might give her some breathing time as well. She sure is taking her time. So they finally could start again. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. And let's hope for some good action in this second half of the contest. They're really struggling to get close to one another. And I think Garcia is the one that looks a bit more defensive. You can see that also in her posture. She has struggled to come close to Sanabria. And in one of their previous encounters, it was at the Grand Prix of Tokyo back in 2023. It was Sanabria actually that beat Garcia in the head-to-head. So another right-sided Makikomi. I think her body's not in a perfect position here against Garcia. So she needs to try to get a little bit more in front of the body of Garcia. And once she does that, she will be a lot more dangerous. But for now, she is piling up the attacks. So even if they're not strong attacks or not throwing over Garcia, it's Garcia that's starting to look quite passive again. And she's in danger of picking up a third Judo. And it's another right-sided attempt from Sanabria. And I'm curious to see how long the referee, in this case Olivier Desroses of France, Desroses, let's see how long he can keep continuing this, or if he's gonna give the penalty. I think that's the correct finish of the contest. It's not the most attractive contest to watch, but it gets a job done for Sanabria Alcala of Venezuela. And it's a nice medal for them in this competition. And they might just turn tables with Sanabria being the number 3 seed for the Paralympic Games and Garcia the number 4 seed. Doesn't matter too much for the draw. You never know where you're going to end up, but you're going to be split up. So that gives us the final of the women over 70 kilogram J1. And it's gonna be a final between the top favorite here is gonna be in blue. So she was not the number one seed for the from the world ranking, but she is really the one to beat. She just didn't do that much competitions. But in white judo here, Erika Zuaga of Brazil also didn't compete too much. So she's a really good and strong contender, but the one to beat her today is Anastasia Harnik of Ukraine. And I think since the split of categories, J1 and J2, before Tokyo, they were combined in one category. She was having a harder time, but since the split, she is really dominant in this weight category. And it's a quick Ippon score for Harnik, showing why she is the top one for this category. So quick work for her. It's another good silver medal for Soaga. She might have been out with an injury, I'm not sure. She came back in Antalya, but before that we didn't see her after the World Championships anymore. So a really strong day for Anastasia Harnik, yet another gold medal for her. She will be the top favorite for the gold medal in Paris this year. So we got to the category for men under 90 kilo J2. And we're gonna take a look at mat number 1 for the contest between Daniel Rafael Goran of Germany in white judogi and Marcelo Casanova of Brazil in blue. And the interesting thing is that Goral had to pick up really important points today. He was 2 spots out of direct qualification. And I think the first one in there that he needed to beat was Lee Jungmin, but he was not present here today. So he will for sure pick up enough points to get a direct qualification. And he did that by qualifying for this medal contest. But he will be of course trying to get a bronze medal here, but he just secured, I think, his qualification spot. So on the beginning of the day, I had high hopes for Goro, but he has a first contest for him against Laciumania, the number 1 seed. So he had a really tough draw, but after that he beat Bachuki Shelia of Georgia, and now he finds himself fighting for a bronze medal. And I think he is a really strong athlete. Just I think getting better and better in the circuit. On the other mat, Alexander Nazarenko just won his bronze medal match. He's so strong today, and he had a really tough contest against Lachumania, leading with the Bazari right up until the end before he ended up in a hold down. But really nice bronze medal for him. He keeps winning medals as well. So right-sided Makikomi. And not sure what was going on in the end, but it didn't look good for the arm of Goral. So right-sided attempts from both of these athletes. And Casanova has such a drive going into those Makikomis. So strong with that. So once he's in, is not gonna let go. Again, a right-sided attempt from Goral. I think he's struggling a little bit with that right arm. He needs to have that on top. Oh, a nice attempt. Just barely blocked by Goral. So there's just a little bit too much space between him and the body of Goral. So Casanova, if he can manage to pull on that grip a little bit more tight, I think he will be more dangerous with those Makikomis. Going completely over there and now holding down Goral. So it's a second Wasari score now for Casanova, and he's gonna pick up a bronze medal here today. I just think he needs to watch out because I saw him with that Makikomi almost with his leg tumbling around the leg of Goral, which is really not allowed. So he needs to watch out with that because that can give him a penalty. So a 5th place finish for Goral, but it will give him 120 points. And I think that is just enough, or it might be just enough for him to get a direct qualification spot. So I think he got the job done before this contest. And nice work for Goral as well, but Casanova picks up another bronze medal. And that's a very relieving bronze medal for him because he just picked up 5th places in the last 3 occasions. So finally it's a medal for Casanova again. And here we have a good battle here between the double world champion Helios Lachomania of France, but the recently unbeaten Davurkon Karomatov of Uzbekistan. So they both managed to beat each other, but on the last occasion it was Karomatov who beat Lachomania. And Karomatov actually won his last 2 Grand Prix. Including the one in Heidelberg where he beat Lachomania. Or actually also in Antalya. Oh no, not in Antalya, but he beat him in Heidelberg this year. So nice left-sided Makikomi from Lachumania, but really well response by Karomatov. So Yoko Tumunega, I rarely see Lachumania score with that, but it's a great transition to Newaza for him. So it's a first penalty on the board for Karomatov. The fact is that you will always see Lachumania work very hard. He won't get that many Shidos normally. Karomatov will get some Shidos, but he's so strong with his attack, so he just needs one good attack to score. So both athletes get a Shido now, and it gives us benefit for Lachumania, because just another Shido for Karomatov would finish the contest. And for sure it's gonna be some sort of tactical contest each time they encounter. So here you could see some of the danger of Karomatov. So the supervisors are checking some attack from the side. So it's a third penalty here for Karomatov, and it might be because he was grabbing or not grabbing two hands at all the time, and then grabbing on one side. But I couldn't be concluding what exactly happened here. It is, for me, it's an unfortunate ending of this final, because there are two top athletes, but they are gonna play it tactically. I think Karomatov is the big thrower, and Lachumani is more tactical athlete, and he takes a win here. But of course, that doesn't count later this year. You know, you want to have this gold medal in the Paralympic Games, and these will really be the two top contenders. But it's another gold medal for Lachumani. And the good thing is that they're both seeded. I think they're the number 1 and 2 seeds, so that means they will be split up in the contest sheet. So now the ceremony of women over 70 kilogram J1. So here is head of IBSA Judo, Mr. Tardos Janos. He's handing out the medals, and the first bronze medal is for Nazan Akingunes of Turkey, and the second one for Danitza Yuselin Sanabria Alcala of Venezuela. Silver medal goes to Brazil, Erika Zoaga. And gold medalist today is Anastasia Harnik of Ukraine.
The flowers are presented by the IBSA Judo IT expert, Ms. Shokashi Eniko.
Flowers here are presented by Shokashi Enike, who is an IT specialist. And now the national anthem of Ukraine. So in the middle, Anastasia Harnik, gold medalist, and unbeatable for a while now. We have 2 more categories to bring to you and 3 more medal ceremonies. We still have the over 90 kilogram J2 for men and the over 70 kilogram J2 for women. And it was very unfortunate today. I was so excited for the comeback of Carolina Costa of Italy. But unfortunately she lost out and had to leave this bronze medal contest with an injury against Parmanova. So she won't be picking up a medal today. But more concerns for her. I'm just hoping she's okay and she will be able to go into training and prepare for the Paralympic Games, where she will be really one of the ones to beat if she is not injured. So we're going to go to mat number 2 and watch the other bronze medal contest between Sheila Samarian Hernandez Estupinan of Cuba and Rebecca Silva of Brazil. two really top athletes. I think Hernandez lost out to one of the other top athletes in this category, Zarina Raifova, who we'll see in the final. And Rebecca Silva, number one seed, I think had a more surprising loss against Aidana Gaziskici. I wasn't expecting that. So there was some possible changes here today with the points and the direct qualification, but that all didn't happen. So Kaziskici and Rafova are in the final. They're already both qualified. The fact is that they're both from the same country, so only one of them can go. And I'm thinking Zarina Raifova has the best paper. She is the number 4 seed, and she's doing really well in the last couple of tournaments. So really nice left-sided attack from Hernandez. She has great spirits during a competition. She's sometimes a little bit untidy, so she's making a lot of attacks. But she could prepare them a little bit better sometimes. But she is a tough opponent for Rebecca Silva. Ooh, she needs to watch out, Hernandez, because if she's on the wrong arm going down, that would be like a standing arm lock, and that is a direct disqualification. And it can happen sometimes in the movement, but it's really dangerous. So they might take a look on that. And even if in some cases, and in this case also, it's not on purpose, as soon as it's a danger for the other athlete, it will be a penalty. Nice technique coming from Silva. And Hernandez is moving around a lot. Wow, that was really textbook Uchimata. Really well done. And I think it's a really disappointing day for Rebecca Silva here. I think she is the number 1 seed, and she was really the one to beat today, but she took 2 losses and ends up with a 5th place. And it must give a lot of confidence to Sheila Samarian Hernandez Estupiñán of Cuba. Taking another bronze medal. She won the Grand Prix of Turkey and then now taking a bronze medal. So Hernandez had a good day, just losing out to the finalist Raifova, but after that she beat Wang Hongju of China, and now just beating the number 1 seed Rebecca Silva. And I was thinking we're gonna get an all Kazakh final, but it looks like Zarina Raifova is not gonna come to the mat, and we're gonna have a Kazakh gold medal anyways. So on the mat now, Aidana Kazizkiji of Kazakhstan, and her opponent Zarina Raifova, also of Kazakhstan, doesn't enter here today, so it's a gold medal for Kazizkiji. And Raifova might have thought that there's nothing yet to win anymore. I'm not sure what's happening. She might be injured.
Gold and silver medals goes to Kazakhstan. And now we start the next interrupting ceremony, J2, men's under 90 kilo. Present virtual ceremonies, J2 boy category, Anabasa Joyce, Otsunosa 90 kilograms category. The medals will be presented by the member of the International Judo Federation Delegation Commission, Ms. Nusha Lam.
So we have the medal ceremony under 90 kilogram for men J2 athletes. Medals here presented by Nusha Lampe. And the bronze medals go to Alexander Nazarenko of Ukraine and Marcelo Casanova of Brazil. Silver medal goes to Davurkon Karomatov of Uzbekistan. Gold medalist today, Helios Lachumania of France. Flowers here are presented by the referee supervisor, Giuseppe Madaloni. And now the national anthem of France. So gold medal winner here, Elios Lachumania, picking up another gold medal. And we're gonna get ready for the last medal contests of today.
And now we're starting last weight category. Bronze medal contest for over 90 men's category. Nałożono producent ułóżonych kategoriach. Dzięki południu Widziałowskiego Dystrybucji Warszawa oraz miejscu ostatnich nałożonych kategoriach.
And there's an interesting battle going on. This is over 90 kilogram category for J2 athletes. So we saw that in the past days, 2 days for many countries, that there's two top athletes battling it out for a Paralympic ticket. And we don't know exactly what is the national policy on that. So at some occasions, the national federations will choose the top one of the world ranking. In other cases, they will make a decision who they think will have the best chance of a gold medal in Paris Paralympic Games. And you have two top athletes of Kazakhstan in this particular category. And I'm talking about Yerlan Konkiev of Kazakhstan and Zurkam Riza Shukurbekov, also of Kazakhstan. So they are both for sure qualified. They have enough points for a direct qualification spot. But there's only one who's gonna go. And one of them is on the mat now. In white judogi here, Jack Hodgson, who is doing really well in the last couple of Grand Prix. And in blue judogi, the athlete I just spoke about, Surkamirza Shukurbekov of Kazakhstan. So Shukurbekov is the number 4 seed of the Paralympic ranking, and Konkiev is the number 6 seed. But he is in the final here today, so it could be mixed up here. So what Shukurbekov definitely needs to do is win the current contest against Hodgson. Another nice drop underneath from Shukurbekov. And he's looking quite dominant in this contest. So let's see if Hodgson has something to offer here. And can come back on the scoreboard with a Vasari or more. Nice left-sided attempt from Hodgson. Both are really agile athletes and moving around a lot for heavyweights. You can see that some of the heavyweights are quite static and waiting a long time to come up with a technique, but that's not the case for these two. And on the other mat, Bolukbasi of Turkey just won his contest. And that's interesting to see because he gave up injured. He was really struggling with his knee in the semi-finals. But apparently found his way out of that and now is picking up a bronze medal. It's really nice to see Hokson getting better at each occasion. He took some time to come back from a big injury. And now going over, but has a really good judo. It's an unfortunate ending for him, but I think in this case Surkan Mirza Shukurbekov did what he could to secure his spot for the Paralympics, and is picking up a bronze medal here today. So there are some people missing in this weight category, so it was really a good occasion to win good points and to try to get a gold medal, because Alovidin Yurakulov of Uzbekistan, the #1 seed for the Paralympic Games, was missing out here, and Wahid Nouri of Iran also. So we're for sure going to see them back later this year, but they are the top people to beat.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting the last contest of Tbilisi Grand Prix 2024. Zwyciężony obecnie Tbilisi Grand Prix organizatorów dołączył teraz
So here we have it, the last but a really good final of the day. Plus 90 kilogram J2 athletes for men. And of course the home crowd in Georgia, they really want their favorite to win. In white judoki here, Yerlan Konkiev of Kazakhstan. It's gonna be his first medal this year. And Revaz Chikovice of Georgia is also fighting for his first medal because he didn't attend the other occasions this year. But obviously it would be great for the home crowd if they can take home a gold medal here in this competition. So Chikovice has that strong left-sided style. Oh wow, that is so quick. Great satai movement, really well done. Great quick change of direction there. That was really, really well done, and he is picking up a gold medal here. So it's the first gold medal here for Georgia, and that also concludes the gold medalist here in this weekend. It's China, the People's Republic of China, that picked up 4 gold medals with the women team, and Kazakhstan and Ukraine also picked up 2 gold medals. So really well done, and we're gonna check out 2 more medal ceremonies, but I already want to thank you a lot for watching today and this weekend. And of course, we hope to see you back later this year. But thank you so much for watching and listening.
Judo from Kazakhstan, Yerlan Konkiev, silver Legendary member starting awarding ceremony. Category J2, women's over 70 kg. Allowed proponents ważną ceremonię czyli były kategoria jest samosolana i kategoria Club Choice. The medals will be presented. IBSA Judo Referee Director Mr. Shoshida. President of IBSA Judo's Sacha Policies Directory Honorary Shoshida Eichi. Bronze medalista representing Cuba, Sheila Hernandez, and representing Uzbekistan, Mohsin Kamalova. Silver medalist representing Kazakhstan, Zarina Raikova. Gold medalist representing Kazakhstan, Angela Gazizi. The flowers are presented by the IBSA Judo Commentator. 2016 European Championship silver medalist is Esther Stan. Oil flowers IBSA Judo's Omega Oil. Oriental Secretary Celebration Oils, Express Oils, Aragon Esther Stan. The president of Israel is ready for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Viva